During power interruption or outages, we need to rely on a backup or reserve power. Hence, we need a component called the batteries. The batteries serve as a reservoir in an energy storage system to provide a constant power to our appliances as well as backup for the sunset period in case we are using the solar energy. I will be explaining to us how to calculate the energy stored in a battery based on the specification written on it. After this session, you will know how to effectively calculate the backup time as well as the size of the batteries needed in your solar energy system. Ensure to watch to the end in order to be fully charged. Battery storage capacity can be calculated using the formula energy equals voltage times capacity. Watt-hour is the unit of energy storage. The voltage is the electrical potential difference across the terminal, usually found on the battery specification itself or the battery itself. We also have the amp-hour, which is the battery capacity to deliver current over an hour. Take note, 1000 watt-hour is 1 kilowatt. Also, 1000 milliamp hour is 1 amp hour. How to find your battery specification. Sometimes it is written on the battery itself, when other times you can find it in the manufacturer's data sheet or manuals. So let's look at some examples of how to calculate the energy stored in a battery. The first, we'll be looking at the lithium-ion based power bank. We use the power bank to either charge our phone or to charge our routers, cameras, and all that. A typical power bank has a nominal voltage of 3.7 volts and the capacity is usually in milliamp hours. In this example, we can see that we have a 3.7 volts rated at 20,000 milliamp hour. First thing we need to do here is to convert the milliamp hour into amp hour. So to do that, we take 20,000 divided by 1000, which gives us 20 amp hours. After applying the formula, we have energy, which is in watt hour, equals 3.7, which is the nominal voltage, times 20 amp. This gives us 74 watt hours. A typical power bank with 20,000 milliamp hour can store 74 watt hour of energy. That's 100% total energy. It is recommended to only use 80%, that is 59 watt hour, in order to prolong the battery's lifespan. This is what we referred to as usable capacity or depth of discharge. A typical lithium-ion battery can last up to 500 cycles before they reach their end of life. Though there are other factors like heat, charge, and discharge rate. This may also impact the capacity as well as the usable lifespan. The next type of battery we'll be looking at is the lithium iron phosphate battery, LFP. A typical lithium iron phosphate batteries used in electronics usually have the nominal voltage of 3.2 volts for a small cylindrical cells. So in this case, we apply the same formula. Energy in watt hour equals the 3.2 volts times 10 amp hour, which gives us 32 watt hour. The new generation lithium iron phosphate batteries can be used up to 90% depth of discharge. That is, we can use up to 29 watt hour from a 32 watt hour lithium iron phosphate batteries. A typical LFP battery can last 2,500 cycles before they reach their end of life. Though other factors like heat, charge, and discharge rate may also impact the battery capacity as well as usable lifespan. So to make a battery pack that will work with inverter, we need to combine these cells together. For example, we have the 3.2 volt 100 amp cells. So in this case, we will need 4 series configuration. That is 3.2 volts plus another 3.2 volts plus another 3.2 volts plus another 3.2 volt at 100 amps. This gives us a total voltage of 12.8 volts at 100 amp hours. Note, in series connection, voltages add up and the capacity remains the same. So to calculate the energy, we simply apply the same formula. So we have this lithium iron phosphate battery with a nominal voltage of 12.8 volts and a 100 amp hour rating on it. We have 12.8 times 100, which gives us 1280 watt hour. At 90% usable capacity, we can use 1152 watt hours. The next is calculating for lead acid batteries. Here is an example of a lead acid battery. We have the nominal voltage of 12 volts and a capacity of 100 amp hours. We apply the same formula. Energy equals 12 times 100, which gives us 1200 watt hour, or simply put 1.2 kilowatt hours. To prolong the lead acid battery life, it is recommended we use only 50% of this capacity. It means we can only use 600 watt hour from this battery. A typical lead acid battery can last up to 1200 cycles before they reach their end of life. Other factors like heat, charge, and discharge rate may also have impact on the capacity and the usable lifespan. So we move on to how to size batteries. This is quite easy. After going through energy consumption calculation, you should size the battery based on the usable capacity. 80% for lithium ion, 90% for LFP, and 50% for lead acid batteries. For example, my daily energy demand is 1200 watt hours. What battery capacity do I need? We apply this formula: energy demand divided by 80 multiplied by 100, because we're using 80% for lithium ion. That gives us 1500 watt hour in battery size, which can be the minimum size. On an LFP batteries, I will need 1200 divided by 90 times 100, which gives 1333 watt hours, or 1.3 kilowatt hours, which is also the minimum battery size. For lead acid battery, 1200 divided by 50 multiplied by 100, which is 2400 watt hours, or simply put 2.4 kilowatt hours. This is also the minimum battery size. Now that we've understand how to size the battery, next is how do I meet my required capacity. So to do that, we need to combine batteries either in series or in parallel. So if we combine batteries in series, we are increasing the nominal voltage, and if we combine in parallel, we increase the amp hours. 4 packs of 12 volt 100 amp hours combined in series gives 48 volt 100 amp hours, while a 4 packs of 100 amp hour 12 volt battery gives 12 volt 400 amp hour. So I'll give you a quick exercise now. Let me know in the comment section what is the capacity in watt hours for the 48 volt 100 amp hours as well as the 12 volt 400 amp hour. Leave the answer in the comment section. Next video, we'll be discussing how to size solar panels for generating the power we need. Thank you for watching to the end. Now your battery is 100%. Stay charged.